Alright, boom. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 9 with DankNStein. Feeling fine. I'm now here looking for iron. I'm looking for hematite in some dacite rock. I think that's bismuth though. Yeah, that's bismuth, innit? I was just like hanging out like on the shore overnight because I was too scared to keep exploring. Oh, damn. There's a crew of all those Thermacraft like rowdy guys there, but yeah, with the bismuth on the floor there, that's bismuth. Yeah, it definitely is. So we could try and see if it's like rich or something, but with all those goons there, I think we just duck out and round. And so let me show you where I am. We've done a fairly decent lap. There's base over there. And we come down here because I wanted to look in the basalt, but there wasn't really much more basalt down here. It was mostly gabbro. And then when we came across the water here, we've hit dacite. So I'm hoping to kind of do a bit of a loop and we'll head back home that way. Let's check this little ravine here. And so I was going to start the episode with an iron vein, but we just haven't found one. I've been exploring for an hour or something now, and I thought before I collect too much other random stuff in my inventory, let's bring you lot along for the ride. This is a sketchy ravine, but that is a piece of hematite down there. Oh baby. So it's like as soon as I press record, the results come in. That's what I'm talking about. Already, I think we picked up a couple of shards, and there were loads of water shards, so I just marked that area. I don't really know what they're for because I haven't really done Thermacraft before, but when the time comes, we know where water shards are at least. Yeah, that's definitely a piece of hematite. So, further plans for this episode. What are we looking at today? We are looking at getting a load of iron, making our iron tools and our iron anvil. We want to potentially start some Tinker's Construct today. I think there might be routes to getting some pretty jokes tools through Tinker's. And somebody mentioned in the comments that with Thermacraft you might be able to double ores. And I remember doing that with Tinker's in the Tinker's smeltery. So that's another reason why I want to kind of start Tinker's. Small hematite. Traces. The traces were over this side. But over here. So we've got smalls there, smalls. Let's go in here. And just see like how far down do we have to dig before dig before we get something bigger than small medium. It's all going in the right direction here. Now if it's anything but rich, I am going to turn around and leave. Oh, maybe if it's normal we'll get enough to get us into the Iron Age. If it's normal quality. Large now. This is good news in a way. I mean, it's also terrifying to have opened a cave, but it's exciting, and there it is. And it's rich. Oh! Okay, that was such a touch. Guys, this is amazing. That sounds like there's more caves around us. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that we don't have enough ladders. 10 pieces, so like we'll block up with all of this rock we've got. So let's set ourselves up here. Shut the barrel down. Look, I prepared myself for a lot of gathering, because this stuff we use it to make iron, but we also use it to make our steel. So as it's rich quality, I mean this is exactly, yeah, this is what I was afraid of. It does just open out into a larger cave, which is going to be good for exposing the pieces we need, but it's... Oh, I shouldn't be creating... I should not... Yeah, that might have destroyed quite a lot of blocks. We need to be careful here we don't create cave-ins, because cave-ins could destroy valuable hematite here. Look, this is cool when you start to just open up areas like this where it's just dense. Yeah, this is the kind of situation I was exactly hoping to find. Rich. Okay, amazing. So we'll stay here for as long as I can be bothered to. Like, this is going to be one of those episodes where I put a lot more time in than than appears in the episode, because when we find a moment like this, we just go for it basically. Such idiot. And as long as we're only breaking ore blocks, we will never cause a cave in. So I just need to be strict with myself. Now, it seems like there's so much of it here. This is just beautiful. So we're going to absolutely fill that barrel. So I'll check in with you probably in about... What we'll do is we'll commit to a 30-minute session. And then I'll check back in and show you how much I've gathered in that 30 minutes. And we can probably extrapolate from that and how much it appears is left. You know, what kind of situation we're looking at here. Alright, just checking in now. It's not been quite half an hour. I've maybe been going about 20 minutes. But I just wanted to show you this particular area here, just how dense it is. And I've basically mined, like, I've cleared all of this out. There's been a few cave-ins here and there. Not always as disciplined as I might like. But we're reaching one bottleneck, which, excuse the pun, which is that I'm going to run out of water. And I'm going to need to go back up to the top to fill my jug. And maybe I should bring a barrel of water down with me, actually. But I do believe that these cave-ins aren't causing me that much of an issue, because every time a cave-in happens, it exposes more above. And I think, if we look, we're still getting very large readings down at the bottom as well, actually. Okay, I don't know then. Maybe not. I'm kind of, my assumption is that we're quite near the bottom of the whole area, because we spent a lot of time digging where we were getting very large readings, and I've certainly found a lot by digging upwards. So yeah, look, I mean, this is the dream. It's funny because I was starting to feel disheartened, having spent like an hour or so off camera searching and not even found a single source of iron at all. And I was thinking, when I do find one, it's obviously not going to be rich, and this is going to take me ages. And the first thing we stumble upon 5 minutes after I decide to start recording is this. Couldn't have planned it better myself. Actually, the timing of this seems pretty perfect. Like, sun is literally rising, as are we. Let's get us some water. While I'm here, let's get to the point where the reason that we leave is that we can't find any more, rather than we just don't have the storage to take it with us. And if we get to the point where we literally are carrying an inventory that is like all vessels filled with rich hematite, then that's the only situation in which we leave where there's still blocks to mine. It's all or nothing. I like to deal in extremes. Alright, so I think we'll call it there. I just wanted to double check with some triangulation at the end here. You know, that we were indeed in the center and that there wasn't just like a really dense block out somewhere else, because it was pretty dense, but I never found like the solid core. You know, with other iron veins in the past, I have found like bits where it's just maybe 30 by 30 by 30 blocks, you know, just like nothing, but but here it was a little bit like it was a big area, as you can see, but it was mostly kind of in amongst the stone. You can see like everything I've mined, there's still big areas of stone in between. We caused a lot of cave-ins, but I'm pretty sure I was quite careful. We didn't really lose much because I never left any on the floor for things to drop onto, which I believe is how it works. It's still showing a very large all around here, but if you go sort of 12 blocks in any direction from this spot, you start to lose it. So this really is the center, and I dug in from the top and I went all the way down there quite far as well, and it was basically like you're looking at 12 blocks. So this really is the center, and it is just sporadically placed. But as you can see, my prospector's pick and my bronze pick are pretty done for now. So we didn't get nearly as much as I'd hoped, and we've got a lot of empty vessels to take with us here. Is there a torch I can steal? I need a torch. This one. So yeah, I'd say this vein is, you know, there's scraps left around here, but we've done most of it here, and we ended up with a really decent amount. Most of this most of this barrel is full. And then we've got another sort of 2.5 vessels full here. So not the end of the world. So we're just going to pack up and we're going to head home now and take stock of what we've got when we get there. Alright guys, just on the way home here immediately next to these lovely sheep which we could come for. We've got some rich copper here, so I think we're definitely going to mark that one off. It's exposed as well, so I'll write it as exposed. Oh look, this is a fascinating area. I've got low health, so I need to be careful not to drop off or get knocked off by something. But firstly, that's a deep looking cave, a very large ravine, and you've got at least three different rock types all next to each other here. Very interesting indeed. Alright, boom, we are home. Let's get rid of that thing. Now, we've got a lot of empty vessels to drop off. So which ones are the empty ones? Oh, not that guy. Now, we've got a new sapling type, which is excellent, hickory. So you should maybe start farming those at some point and maybe set up some area for the other types of trees. I wonder if any of our great woods will have grown by now. Don't know if we've seen between episodes. I don't think we haven't seen this. This is what I was doing between episodes, was finishing up some of the lighting. So I made these kind of stony sort of patches that then these pillars can come out of with the lights on. So we could continue to add these in. That's quite like, those two are quite close together, but I just thought it looked good. Maybe one more up here would be nice. And then yeah, obviously they're sunk into the floor and into the wall. Maybe the ones that are in the floor could come out and be in pillars like those were, but I don't mind the ones in the floor, to be honest. And we also chucked some in the ceiling down here. In fact, just one seemed to be enough. So let's take stock. Okay, so take all these out, and I'm just going to basically chuck them all into this. Yeah, they're good. So that chest has got everything else, and then we'll have iron in here, right? So those are some iron pieces. The magnetite and the lemonite that we got from our sifting. And then we've just got to go through this process of doing this. Alright, look, so we actually got more than a full chest. That's pretty awesome. So we'll chuck our spares just in this one here for now, I guess. We did get quite a lot. It's not as much, like, See, the reason I'm still disappointed and saying like this isn't as much as I was expecting to bring back is, and why I kind of overshot it with the amount of vessels I made, is because the big rich lemonite vein that I've mined in my first series, in the TerraFirmaPunk one, around like the same sort of time, it was around episode 7 I think, or 8, we ended up filling 3 double chests with what we got out of that vein. And this one I had to really struggle towards the end to kind of keep pulling more out of it, whereas that lemonite one I had in the previous playthrough was much more dense, and I you know, was collecting it with relative ease compared to this one. This one was still an excellent find, but yeah, like I say, we probably got at least double the amount, maybe slightly over double the amount out of that one from series 1. So we may need to, and we ended up using up most of it once we got to steel. So we may need to find another rich iron vein at some point. But this is definitely going to do us for quite a while, you know, like we're pretty well set up here, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, it could be a lot worse. Alright, awesome. So we got quite a lot of these XP bushes now. Once they've all grown, every harvest is going to be pretty nice. Yeah, and XP and max health are linked, so you can see I'm already on 1200. Oh sweet, look, my greatwood saplings have indeed grown. There's 3, is there 4th in a row there? There's at least 3 of them have grown by the looks of things. But before we do anything, one little visual thing that I've just wanted to sort out for a long time. I think we'll use, should we use greatwood for this? I think greatwood logs might look nice. There's something I really want to do here, and that is to support this only visually. Like we're not going to be able to stop it from, we're not going to make it actually supported in any way. But there's also a hole there. Can we just fill that with? Oh look, we've got 1 piece of smooth. That'll be perfect. Yeah, and it's right in there. That's where I can see these going like this. We just pillar up. I think they'll like tuck in nicely in there. And it just might add a little something to the whole situation. I just think it will make the whole structure of this place look like and feel a little bit more believable. Ooh, it's gonna look okay. Ooh, we can't. I don't think we can chisel those either, can we? No, because we have to chisel it from above. So we just have to put up with the fact that that looks like a bit of a rough edge there. Because I'm not breaking that block. No sir. If we just do that. Where's my axe? Not axe. Saw. I'm tired. All that mining. It's done me in. Alright, yeah, awesome. That looks cool. And it makes it more kind of flush with the rock. Let's just feel the flow of it from up here. Yeah, I think it looks good. It definitely looks more like a real place now with that. Whereas before it was kind of a big piece of rock hanging down, looked a bit terrifying, to be honest. I think that looks cool, and actually having it a bit meatier at the top as well just makes the whole support feel more believable. Yeah, I like it. Alright, cool. Look how moody this is here with these what are they called? Greatwood trees. So we got the 4 of them, but we're not going to chop them down because our axe is not in good enough shape. But we do need wood, so we're just going to use everything else we've got. Okay, sweet. That is pretty much everything we have, plus a couple of trees I just chopped down now. And so, okay, there we go. Oh man. So we just cover this up. You've seen me do this before, and the reason we need this is to cook up our first major batch of iron. And it's a bit of a weird one because we need the iron axe to chop down our wood supply, and we need the wood supply to make our first batch of iron. So lucky we had quite a lot of it sort of saved up. And while that's doing, I have a few odd jobs in mind. Okay, so first up is just finishing our pathway. Yeah, so what I need is a hoe, which I believe is like that. There we go. And I have chopped up the 4 planks of hickory. I don't know if this is going to be the right fit, actually. Hickory looks a bit too bright. It's too bright of a brown. Let's go for the great wood. We're only going to get 4 slices of this though. But I'll show you. Here's my plan. So our pathway, I'm going to use some tilled soil in a fairly haphazard manner, like this, to just kind of lead us down to where we want to be. Because I think this texture is quite a nice one, you know, and like leave a little bit of grass in there too. Chuck this guy in there, maybe one there, and maybe another one there, and then what we're looking for here is just to introduce just a few. Can I not? Oh, because it's Thorncraft planks, I can't. Oh, you crafty devil. Okay. Okay, well, that scuppers that plant. It probably means actually that if we had more of them, we'd just be able to make steps like that recipe. Anyway, well, let's go hickory then. That it really doesn't match. Okay, I'm gonna rethink this. Okay, yeah, this is what we're gonna do then. We're just gonna go with these nice bits of stone, which, to be fair, is kind of what we're using anyway, all around the place. So we'll put one there, and we'll put one there, and we'll go like, we'll give this one a bit of a corner. Oh, spicy. And it's gonna be annoying to walk to walk up, but you got to pay the price to look good. Alright, actually, having an abundance of bricks to use is definitely the one, because this is really starting to take shape now. I can just do really cheeky things like this. Because I want it to be functional. Like, the price you got to pay to look good is one thing, but let's look good and feel good. I will accept no less. So it should be that almost always you can just walk through it. Yeah, see, I'm feeling the flow of that. That is way better, because we can just be so cheeky. That's why I love TerraFirmaCraft, like being able to make these kinds of decisions. Yeah, like that is just flawless. I love that. Alright, so we do like 3 there like that. We could even make it look pretty challenging, like. And then let's go over here and let's flatten that right down, and then that one like even just give it just the cheekiest of corners. Oh, it's so good. Okay, and then I think we just need a few more tilled blocks over here just to really sell it. You know? Some of this kind of stuff. Oh, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Yes. It's the stuff dreams are made of. Okay, alright, I'm pretty happy with that. That looks amazing. I mean, you may disagree because it is pretty messy, but I like that. I like that. Okay, so odd job number 2 overnight is to set up a tinker's area. And actually, I think this little platform up here could be a nice little tinkering space. Here's all the stuff we want, like the tool station. Oh yes, blank pattern. Sticks and lumber. Okay. So we need tons of these patterns from what I remember, like almost all the recipes. Okay. There we go. There's one of them. Part builder, yep, we need one of those. So that's just any log with a blank pattern on top. We'll take you. Fine, sir. Part builder. Okay, we're going to be a little while before we get the tool forge. Stencil table. Boom. And we should be able to bang out a chest. Just so we've got one of each of the 4. So I believe those are the 4 like initial kind of things. So do we want to arrange them up here? Yeah, I think this could be a good spot, but like what I don't like is all of this soil, please. Okay, I think it does have to be great wood, actually. That's still going. So let's pick our smallest great wood tree, which looks like maybe that middle one. How big is that guy? That guy looks pretty small. Oh yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. it needed to be a darker wood, and it just matches now. It just like kind of feels right now. This edge I'm less happy about, but we'll talk about that. Boom, put the chest at the back. Stencil, part builder, and tool station. I believe they're all kind of just as important as one another, so let's just put them in a row like that. Yeah, and I think, I mean, apart from the fact that the oak really clashes with with that, he's fiend. He's fiend. I guess we could use them to bridge the gap. Maybe let's just, this axe is 30 durability left. It's really struggling. We could do something like, yeah, I prefer that. Like, I prefer that. So you come in here and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, great, sweet. Well, we're probably going to want to store our coal somewhere else, like our fuel, I mean. So let's remove all of that for now. So speaking of which, it makes sense really for our fuel to all go somewhere. What I'm sure of is I want to store it in barrels because we can stack them up. And these, let's be honest, these great wood barrels look amazing. So 8 barrels should be enough to kick us off, I would have thought. And yeah, let's chuck them down. Just stacked up there. Alright, so let's get the triple bloomery going to full effect now, and then I think we're going to probably call the episode because I've just looked how much footage I've taken so far in this session and it is worrying. Normally I take like an hour to an hour and a half's worth of footage and edit it down, and this time I've got like 2.5 hours worth that I'm going to have to edit down to half an hour. So let's chuck these bloomeries on. And then let's call it an episode. So for each of the 3 we need 24 pieces, which looks like that. Then to just add all this up, then do we need 32 from each? Because then you need 24 plus another 8 to set them off. So we've used up nearly all the charcoal that we gathered just then. Oh yeah, we want to keep, yeah. Wow, yeah, so this is going to create a lot of iron. I think we get 840 when we do rich. I think we get 840 units from memory. So we'll end up with 24 ingots, which will be enough for the anvil and then some. So let's put my theory to the test. Let's see how good my memory is. But we need to use charcoal for this process. You can't use coal or any of the stuff we've been mining. So I think that's right, and then come up here and we want to do a calm like 24 into each. So 24 charcoal and 24 of that, and it fills it right up to the top. Oh, I remember that we need like another layer, don't we? Seems to be fine. That seems like it will work. I always thought you needed to have one more layer atop, but maybe not. Let's just try and light them up. I think that's good. I think that's good to go. Let's go, baby. Charcoal 24 or 24. It's 15 hours minus 4%. That was a worrying initial reading. I think that was a glitch. 14 hours remaining and they're all going, baby. If we check up here, they should be nice and fiery on the top. Oh yeah, and they've sunk in a little bit. Okay, so it seems to be fine. It seems like we don't need that excess layer on top. Alright, cool. Let's call it an episode then. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care of yourselves, people. Peace. Just a little skit, little quick outro here. I was about to log off and just start editing, But after what happened when I logged off with, with the crucibles, I'm not logging off until these are done. So let's just put that in the end of the episode anyway. Okay, moment of truth. 840 units. Boom. Okay, yeah, 6. So next time it'll be iron tools, tinker's tools. It'll be tool time. Your tool. Okay, alright. This time, peace.